This particular week is designated by the American Library Association as Banned Books Week. Every year, someone, somewhere, thinks that they have a better idea than you do of what books you should be able to read. Some of you may remember that I showed slides last year of other books that have been challenged or banned. Here are still more, recently challenged. Looking for Alaska, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Being Jazz, Hamlet, Al Capone Does My Shirts, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, Where the Sidewalk Ends, 1984, and of course, Catcher in the Rye. In fact, Looking for Alaska was 2015's most frequently challenged book, in spite of its being an award-winning, well-loved novel by John Green. Those who challenged it found it to be, quote, unsuited for any age group due to its being explicit and containing offensive language, close quote. Some of the other books that have been challenged or banned because they include swear words, are scary, have ideas that the challengers simply do not agree with. In fact, some challenged or banned books present a view of the world that will make you stop and think for yourself. I find that there may not be any books about which we could all agree. And if you think about it, that is the beauty of our Constitution and the vision of the Founding Fathers for freedom of speech. A key quote from Supreme Court Justice William O. Douglas says, "Restriction of free speech and thought is the most dangerous of all subversions. It is the one un-American act that could most easily defeat us," close quote. I would go so far as to call it an insidious form of terrorism. In America, we trust that freedom of speech will allow us to exchange ideas and come to reasonable conclusions based on credible facts, not just our own opinions or preconceived views. We have freedom of religion because we trust each other to choose among the various religions, each of us finding the one that is right for us as individuals. We have freedom of the press because we trust each other to promulgate ideas that the rest of us may or may not agree with. In the face of some evidence to the contrary, we look to the free press, the media, to help us become informed. Having read and thought and debated and read and thought some more, we can and should become involved, each in our own way. We need access to controversial ideas to help us think through our own positions and viewpoints. I'm proud that we include these books in the library at Derryfield. I hope that you will read widely for fun and for information, and that you will include in your reading that which will present a different point of view. This way you yourself can sift through the issues, judge the evidence, make up your own minds. Remember that if swearing offends you, skip reading Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. If you see a particular stereotype as irksome, don't read Al Capone Does My Shirts. I hope our library will be a window to the larger world, where you can find what is of interest to you personally, without restrictions from those who would seek to control the human spirit. In the year 2016, when knowledge literally is power, I hope you will appreciate your freedom to think and choose for yourself. Don't let others convince you not to read whatever you want to read. take advantage of this privilege. I hope that you each will always think for yourself. Let others do the same. Help me acknowledge the American Library Association's Banned Books Week, celebrating the freedom to read.